Hi everybody, my name is Pamela Hooper. I am doing a lesson on SOL 10.6. The student will develop a variety of writing to persuade, interpret, analyze, and evaluate with an emphasis on exposition and analysis. And more specifically, my lesson is going to focus on writing a thesis statement for a persuasive paper. The introduction to my lesson, for the purpose of this video, I'm displaying the images on a slideshow, but for the actual lesson, the images will be displayed throughout the classroom, allowing the students to get up and actually walk around the room. They would also be given post-it notes where they could write on their post-it note an opinion about the topic, and they're to do this in one complete sentence, and that's to get them to practice writing in a complete sentence rather than just in thought. Okay, and so some of these ads, this is gun control, drunk driving, this is speeding. This one's a really powerful one. A lot of students have a lot to say about this because texting is something that really hits home for them, so they might write on their post-it note, this makes me scared to text and drive. And the idea is that they write this sentence and then they post it on the image or near the image. And then as they go throughout the room, they'll have 3 post-it notes that they put up, and then there should be several post-it notes displayed on each image. And again, it's just to get them thinking about the topic. This one's on childhood obesity, sexual predators on the internet, smoking, and another one about healthy school lunches, again with childhood obesity. And this is one that I thought would be the best to do a model for the students, something that they could relate to, something pretty easy and not too controversial either. So after the students have had a chance to take a walk around the room, everyone will return to their seat, and this is where the teacher gives some modeling and some direct instruction about how to write a thesis statement. So I would ask the students what they thought about this ad. It says that President Obama's daughters get healthy school lunches, why don't I? And we'll talk about why do you think so many students are overweight? Do you think this is because of school lunches? Do you think it's because of fast food? So as we discuss these things, I'll then ask them why. Why would you say that school lunches are the reason that students are overweight? And they might say, well, because they serve unhealthy food. Okay, so I would emphasize, okay, well, that's one of your reasons. That's one of your points about your opinion. It supports your opinion. And so then I'll talk to them about how we can put this opinion and our reasons into one sentence. And that sentence is called a thesis statement. And it's the roadmap for the rest of your writing. And then I will give them a formula where they state their opinion in the first blank, their topic. So childhood obesity might be the topic for this example. Childhood obesity is caused by unhealthy school lunches because of blank and blank. So they would have to come up with 2 different but strong supports. So they might say because of unhealthy menu options and vending machines. So those are just 2 examples. And we would go through maybe a few of these for them to get the hang of it. And what I noticed with doing this type of formula is a lot of times kids will want to say childhood obesity is bad because it's unhealthy and kids are overweight or whatever their reasons might be. And we want to try to steer them away from saying bad. That's not a very strong adjective. So we want to steer them towards something a little bit more controversial that makes their paper more persuasive anyways. I think most people would agree that, yes, childhood obesity is bad. So we want to get them thinking more persuasively. So once they've had some practice doing this with the teacher, then they will have a chance to pick their ad and do one on their own. And they'll have several minutes to work on this by themselves. And then they will meet up with a partner and they will go over the peer review checklist. And they'll get to look at someone else's and go through this checklist and make sure they meet all the criteria. And if they don't, then they have to make those corrections. So the checklist Is the thesis statement one sentence? Does it begin with a capital letter? You'd be surprised how few students know to do this. Does the sentence end with a period? Does the writer clearly state their position on the issue? And does the writer give two solid and different reasons for their position? So after this, that they've made their corrections, if they needed to, they turn in their thesis statement, and the teacher can look through those to kind of see where her students are at and any changes she would need to make, any further instructions she would need to give.